Hey everyone, it's almost time to celebrate Lunar New Year. This year is the year of the dragon. Me and Joe's family went to the National Maritime Museum in London to attend their annual Lunar New Year event. This entire event was free with tons of family-friendly activities and performances. Now you might be wondering how exactly do we celebrate Lunar New Year in Asia? Usually we have a week of work in Taiwan and we will have a family gathering on New Year's Eve where we will eat tons of food. Aside from eating non-stop, the elders in the family will give the younger generation a red envelope. Inside the red envelope is everyone's favorite thing, money! But usually, when you start working, it will be your turn to give your parents, nephews, nieces, and all other younger generations in your family red envelopes. Another tradition is when you're a kid, the longer you stay awake on New Year's Eve, the longer your parents will leave. When I was young, it was one of the best days in the entire year of me and my siblings. Because seriously, when can you actually stay up late and avoid having to go to bed when you're a kid? But as an adult, after eating all the food, dessert, fruits, whatever you name it, all I want to do is sleep. Usually, I passed out on the sofa soon after the New Year's Eve dinner. I've had quite a few people in London ask me why we don't celebrate Lunar New Year on the 1st of January. The answer is because in Asia we have another calendar called the lunar calendar that's based on the cycles of the moon and was used by farmers to plant and harvest crops. Other questions I've received are why this year is the year of the dragon, why every year there's a different animal, what are the animals and what's the odor? For all these questions, I've one answer for you. It's all based on an ancient story. Once upon a time, God called together all the animals and announced, I'm picking 12 of you to take turns as the king of the land for a year. This was decided by a race across a river. The deal was simple. The first 12 animals to swim across and reach a temple on the other side could take turns being kings, in the order they arrived. The cat felt a bit uneasy and turned to his friend the mouse and confessed, I can't swim, what do I do? The mouse reassured him, no worries, the cat is an excellent swimmer, let's ask him to carry us across. On the day of the race, all the animals swam their heart out. The cow turned out to be the fastest. However, as they neared the finish, the mouse decided to push the cat into the water. Before long, the cow reached the shore, but the mouse pulled a shady move and leapt off the cow's back, racing to the temple and securing first place. Soon, the other animals arrived, in the following order: mouse, cow, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, and finally pig. By the time the soaked cat finally crossed the finish line and asked, where do I stand? God replied, too late, the race is done. Discovering he hadn't won, the cat was angry and started chasing the mouse. The guilty mouse had no choice but to flee. Since then, all cats chase mice whenever they spotted them, and mice had to hide everywhere to escape their pursuit. So now you know each year we are not just choosing random animals to celebrate, but it's based on the odor from the ancient story. And it's not because we don't like cats, but it's all because mouses fought by faking to be a good friend. Now, let's go inside the museum and see what kind of activities they have. It was super crowded and the music was so loud you couldn't even hear each other speak. But that fits Lunar New Year 100%. You see this lady here with the amazing makeup? She is representing the traditional Chinese opera. And not just makeup, you can see the outfit and decoration she has to put on. It looks amazing and that's why some people would like to try it as well. I really like how the event was inclusive of all Asians who celebrate Lunar New Year. At this stand, you can write down your name and the super talented calligrapher from Korea will write your name in Korean on a bookmark. I found it really interesting as I myself wrote calligraphy for over 10 years, but never saw my name in Korean calligraphy before. Now, Joe and I both have our Korean name in calligraphy. How cool is that? Up next is the crafting station where you can make a traditional hat decoration from a tribe in Vietnam. You can be fully creative here and make your very own hat. The entire session was so fun, despite how much glue I've put on my hands. Not just us having tons of fun, but you can also see many kids and adults were really enjoying it as well. Although mine didn't really make it as a hat in the end, you can still see some people walking around in the museum with their amazing work. You can't call it a celebration without music. These two amazing musicians were playing traditional instruments from Asia. The one on the left in the white top is playing the instrument called lute, 琵琶, and the one on the right in the red top is playing the instrument called 乐琴 or moon guitar. Seriously, the music was so amazing. Although the background music from the performance was blasting our ears, we could still hear the amazing melody from them. There are several other activities in the museum that we didn't have time to try. There was so much stuff to see and do, but I'm very glad we did have time to try mahjong. Although I'm from Taiwan, it's my very first time playing it. I was as confused as Joe and had no clue what the rules were. But the Asian aunties sent us to the baby level table to learn. As you can see, it requires 3 Asian aunties for the baby level table. And that the Asian auntie's power began. Joe's dedicated Asian auntie was actually helping him to win at the end. The performances were really good as well. The first one was the lion dance. This is the traditional lion dance that you will see during Lunar New Year. The best part was when they threw the dragon stuffy to the audiences. All the kids got so excited. The second one was played by a Korean musician with the traditional Asian instrument. It was so beautiful, and I also liked the traditional Korean outfit a lot. The last performance was Taiji. Taiji is an internal Chinese martial art practice for self-defense and health. Known for its slow, intentional movement, Taiji is popular as a form of gentle exercise and moving meditation, with benefits to mental and physical health. I must say, the performances were incredibly good. You can tell how much hard work each of them been put into the show for that day. We enjoyed it so much and cannot wait for Lunar New Year to come. This year, the New Year's Eve is this Friday, February 9th. So do not forget to have some good food with your loved ones. Happy Dragon Year to all of you, and thank you very much for watching.